Hey Dragons, we have definitely missed you and we are so excited to get this school year started. We're going to take a few minutes to go over our remote learning plan during this orientation video. Please pay careful attention as we describe our expectations for your participation and attendance during remote learning. We'll also share ways that we will be supporting you remotely. We're handing you the keys to success with this video. Families who attend the in-person orientation will also watch the video, but will have an opportunity to ask questions afterwards. For remote learning, students will have no more than 4 hours of instruction each day, 5 days per week. It will be a combination of synchronous or live lessons as well as asynchronous, which would be independent lessons. Students will complete assignments for at least 3 classes each day. You'll have 2 core classes and 1 enhancement class following our A-Day, B-Day schedule. Each student will be assigned a daily schedule. Teachers will be available from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday to provide live synchronous lessons and direct instruction. We will provide this support using Google Meet, Google Hangouts, or Zoom. All instructional videos will be archived, meaning that we will save them so students and families can refer to them at a later time. Teachers will have office hours from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock each day, and other times are scheduled to provide independent support. Teachers can be available by email, phone, Google Meet, as well as Google Hangouts. Students will complete assignments asynchronously on Wednesdays. That means they will be working independently on Wednesday mornings. However, teachers will be available for support as needed from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, but there will be no live sessions on Wednesdays. Students will receive feedback and grades on assignments just as if we were meeting face-to-face. Students will also be tested in all content areas to monitor academic growth. We're going to take attendance each day, and that attendance will be based on completion of assignments. Students, you've got to do the work to be counted present. Also, we're going to send out a survey every day at 1 o'clock. You must complete this attendance survey daily. So students, speaking specifically to you here, this is school. It's nothing like our remote learning from the spring. Your day will be scheduled for you. Your teachers are going to be teaching live lessons just like you're sitting in their classroom. We're going to take attendance in every class and track when you're there and have teachers contacting you when you're not there. And you're going to get a grade for every assignment that you do. So students, you're expected to attend school virtually, which means online, from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock every day. No exceptions. Students will be given a schedule of times that they will report to live classes. That means your teacher is going to be teaching a lesson on the computer, and you're expected to log in and participate during that scheduled time, similar to following your schedule on campus. Also, we're going to go with a flipped model, meaning students are expected to watch all class videos before their class starts. That way, when you get into a live session with your teacher, the teacher can focus on providing the direct instruction and answering questions and clarifying any misconceptions that you may have. Again, the instructional videos that students would watch before class can also be reviewed during class, but more importantly, they're going to be saved or archived so students and their families can refer to them later if they have any concerns or just general misunderstandings about the work. I can't emphasize enough that attendance is going to be taken daily, and again will be based on completion of work and participation in all live sessions. Students must also complete that attendance survey every day, Monday through Friday. Remember, grades and feedback are going to be provided just as if we were meeting on campus. You're also going to be assessed or tested to make sure that you're continuing to grow academically. Notice I repeated several things on this slide that you saw on the first slide. Students, that should tell you how important they are and that our expectations are just as they always are at South. We strive to do our best, and we're confident that this plan that we have for remote learning is setting you up for success and will provide you a quality education.
Hey Dragons, let's now talk about how remote instruction will be delivered at South Edgecombe Middle School. All instruction and resources will be facilitated through your Google Classroom. All student communication will occur through school issued emails, telephone, or through the communication options in Google Classroom. Now, you have heard two words repeated throughout this presentation, and you will hear these words repeated throughout remote learning. They are asynchronous learning and synchronous learning. Now, asynchronous learning is your independent offline learning. This is where your teacher will provide you with assignments, learning resources, and tasks through Google Classroom, and you will complete that learning offline. Synchronous learning is your live online learning sessions at your scheduled time, and this is where you will receive direct instruction from your teacher. Students who do not have internet access can also join live Google Meet sessions by dialing in via cell phone or landline. A link or number will be provided by your teachers. Now, what does a day of remote learning look like for South Edgecombe Middle School? Each student will be assigned to a group and provided a daily schedule of times they should report to online synchronous learning from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. All groups will receive ELA and social study remote instructions on Monday and Thursday, and math and science remote instruction on Tuesdays and Fridays. Enhancement classes will follow an A-B schedule. Mondays and Thursdays will be A days, Tuesdays and Fridays will be B days. Students are expected to engage in asynchronous offline learning daily between 12 and 1 p.m. and between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. Wednesdays will also be a flex day designated for AIG and EC instructional support. At 1 p.m. daily, students will complete their daily attendance survey, and teachers will be available during office hours between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., and also other times by appointments if you need additional help. As an online remote student, communication is a bit different than a face to face setting. So, we have created a few online norms to help you be successful. All of these norms are very important, but I'm going to highlight only a few. Be on time. Allow yourself time to wake up and get ready to go so that by 9 o'clock you are logged in to Google Classroom. Stay organized and make sure that you're following the schedule. Make sure that you check your messages, check your emails, your Google Classroom at least 3 times a day. Chat responsibly. Remember that we are all practicing great digital citizenship. Participation, make sure you're focused, attentive, and make sure that you're being kind to your peers and to your teachers. And make sure that you ask for help. If you are confused, you have a question, you're lost, please, please, please ask for help.
Good afternoon, Dragons. This is Miss Anderson. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the processes on how to log in to your Gmail account and access Google Classroom. If you are working on a school-issued Chromebook, you're going to need to have your school email address and your student ID number in order to log in. Once you log in, then that would automatically give you access to your Gmail and access to Google Classroom. If you're working on a home computer or an iPad, then you're going to need to use Google Chrome. So your screen will probably look like this once you're logged in on your school-issued Chromebook. All right, so everyone is going to need to open up a Google Chrome window. Once you do, it's going to look like this. If it doesn't, then go to google.com. Once you're on this screen, we're going to go up to the top here on the right and click on Gmail. Now, my email address is already saved here, so all I have to do is click it. But if yours is not, then you need to type in your email address and click Next. Then you're going to need to type in your password, and that password is your student ID number. Once you type in your password, click Next. And now with one click and access to your Gmail account, you have access to everything Google. If you look at the top right, there's a little number pad up here, and as you hover over it, it says Google Apps. When you click on that, it gives you access to every Google app that you use. Your calendar, your Drive, your Google Docs, Slides, and Classroom is here along with Google Meet. So let's click on Google Classroom. These are my 3 Google Classrooms. Because I'm a teacher, this is what I see. If you're a student, you should have 5 to 6 of these for all of your classes. All of your teachers will be putting you in their Google Classrooms in one of 2 ways. They will email you a link. When you click on the link, it will automatically enter you into their classroom and it will show on your screen. Or 2, they will email you a code. If they email you a code, you're going to come to Google Classroom and go up to the right. Click on the plus sign and then join class. There's a box here that says class code. So click in the box and then type in your class code. Once you've typed it in, then you click on the box at the top that says join. Now, because this is my own class, it's not going to let me join it. But if you were a student and you entered that code, it would bring you back to this screen and you would see your classroom. Once you have your Google Classrooms, you can access all the work from your from your teachers. You can see your grades, you can see your classwork, you can add things to your Google Calendar, you can even contact your teacher through this. Okay? If you have any questions about how to access Gmail or Google Classroom, please feel free to reach out to your teacher, to the school, or to me. You can email me at randerson@ecps.us. We're so excited about the school year this year, and we look forward to seeing you virtually next week. Have a good evening.
Now, Dragons, maintaining a sense of connection with your teachers is critically important during remote learning. Your teachers are going to be available during their office hours from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock every day, and other times is scheduled to provide independent support. Again, we don't have those exact times because we're going to offer flexibility for working parents. On Wednesdays, teachers are going to be available for support as needed from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. This would be a time where they can support students independently or in small groups. Of course, teachers are going to be available during the synchronous live sessions where they're teaching class from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock daily. And then we've thrown in another layer of support, kind of some wraparound support there with our academic support teachers. When you get your schedules for remote learning, you'll realize that there is no class for academic support teachers. They're going to be available all day, every day, from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock to pop into classes to see what your participation is like, to check on your grades, to check on your overall performance, and most importantly, to check on your attendance to make sure you're showing up. And when you're not, they're going to be reaching out to you and to your parents to see what we can do to support you and to make sure you're participating and attending like you should. Parents, you're probably wondering, with all of this information that you've shared in the orientation video, what can I do to support my student during remote learning? That's pretty simple, actually. We ask or make 5 recommendations: that you provide a dedicated place at home that is equipped with the necessary supplies for your student to work and learn, and hopefully it's a distraction-free zone. Provide support at home for the daily routine. We're going to give them a schedule. We just need your help in making sure they follow it. Have them wake up early to eat breakfast and prepare for remote learning. Make sure they attend and participate in their live sessions every day. Remember, that's just like them showing up to school. And then reinforce the expectation of completing schoolwork from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock daily. Please also maintain communication with your student regarding their performance and participation in class each day. Connect with Google Classroom and the parent portal on PowerSchool to monitor student grades and attendance regularly. And then also, and this is critical, maintain communication with your students' teachers. We're in this together, and it truly takes a village. So our final slide is the supplies for remote learning. You see, we've kept it to the basics. pencils and notebook paper, table and chair in a well lit area dedicated specifically for learning, hopefully with few distractions around, a Chromebook with charging access. And remember, we're going to provide that for you if you don't have one. Headphones, we highly recommend those. It drowns out the noise around you and helps you stay focused. It minimizes distraction. And then it says optional, but we also recommend just for organization purposes, binders and folders, colored pencils, and graphing paper. Like I said, pretty basic there. Dragons, I know this is new to all of us. We're confident in this plan. We have faith in each of you and in our staff that not only are we going to pull this plan out, but it's going to be an outstanding opportunity for us all to learn and grow together. Stay safe, take care, and go Dragons.